Hello and welcome to another episode of Steph Devs, the devlog where I try to make a game in just 2 months and release it on Steam. Except we kind of need to talk about that part today. Last episode we talked about how I spent about 20 days on a UI problem that was unexpected, and 20 days is a lot of time in the context of 2 months, so we need to figure out where this leaves us with the scope of the remaining project and what I want to try to do with it. Now, to set the context for where I'm at with this project and with my career, the primary objective of this project is to get something out, get a game out, and get some people playing it, whether it's successful or not, or makes money or not. The most important thing is that I start to learn the details of getting a game out there and actually having people play it, because I know that you can never really know how to do that until you do it, until you try. Now, a month and a half ago, I was working on this game as a 1 versus 1 online VR game. Then, as I started to see my money dwindle and I was running out of time to do this full time, I decided to say screw it and let's switch gears and try to make something even smaller, even tinier, and see if we can get it out in a few months. There's also the side intent of potentially making some money on it, maybe, and then I wouldn't have to go get a part-time job. But at this point, that objective has failed. I'm definitely gonna have to get a job, and that's okay. I'm fully okay with that. And like in the grand scheme of things, I was prepared to do this for a long time, so I'm not too upset that I failed to launch a game in 2 months. But alas, here we are. It's August 15th. September is just 16 days away. And in the month and a half that I've been working on this reduced scope game, I have failed to even get out a demo for you guys or even to any of my teammates. Now, I don't view this entirely as a failure, and I'm not upset by this, but we need to reevaluate and see what we can realistically do with this. Now, I still think I can deliver a fully working game with content in it and maybe a bit of art and sound by the end of the month. Things are really going to start falling together quickly. As I design the map and some art comes in, I've got somebody working on audio, we got music that I'm very excited about. Things will start really coming together visibly soon, but there's no way that it's going to be finished enough and full of content, of enough content to actually charge $5 or something for it. At least I feel that way. Maybe that's an insecurity that I can get over, I don't know. But if I'm going to release something by the end of the month, I think it would have to be free. So that brings up option number 1. I could just try to finish this thing with a hard deadline, maybe by September 15th, and release it for free. I like the idea of free because my intent here isn't really to make a bunch of money. That would be nice, but I would much rather gain twice the amount of players than twice the amount of money. The most important thing here is to get a game out for people to play. I want people to play my games, and that's hard enough, let alone make money. Of course, the work wouldn't stop there at the end of the project. We would be left at the end of the day with a game out there that some people may or may not enjoy, and if they do, we can reevaluate the quality of the game and the design and see if it's something worth making it to something bigger to actually sell. The other option I have in mind is to push the deadline back to the end of November and try to make something that's of sellable quality by then. I don't think we have a shot at making something that I'm willing to put a price on by the end of the month or by mid-September, which would be 1 month from now. But I think it might be realistic to try to make something worth putting a price tag on with an extra 3 months. If we can get something together that's worth putting out for free within the next month, then I think 3 months of polishing that and adding content would make it valuable enough to sell. Now, the other factor to consider here is the other people on the team. I didn't bring people onto the project with the hopes of making a bunch of money, but I did definitely set the expectation that we would be trying to sell this game. I can't speak for each of their points of view and if they value the money or if they value just getting a game out or if they just like working on a game. But I definitely did bring this project together with the expectation of some possibility of making some money. There's definitely no expectation of definitely making money, and that's okay. But I think it would be unfair to turn around and release the game for free. So here's what I think we're going to do with all that in mind. I'm going to set a release date, November 28th. That's my birthday, and I think it's just that's actually kind of funny. Okay, so I'm going to try to release a game before I turn 27. I actually don't know how old I am. Yeah, I'm 26 now, and I'm going to try to release this game before I'm 27, right? So before November 28th, that's the release date for this game as a commercial product. However, still, before that, within the next 15 or 30 days, I want to at least get a demo out to you guys watching, anybody who I can get it to. So a semi-public beta or test or just development build for anybody to play. So that means we need a full game loop, a little bit of content, actually we don't need audio. It'll be in there, but some minimal playable game that I can get in people's hands within the next 30 days. Actually, fuck it. Let's say this is hard. I know I'm putting random dates on myself and I'm putting it out publicly, so maybe I'm going to regret this in a minute. But September 1st is going to be the deadline that I'm giving myself, and I'm telling all of you as a social contract that I'm going to put out a demo for you to play on itch.io for free by September 1st. Following that, we'll see how things go. If it's a catastrophe and nobody likes it, or if people really, really like it and it deserves to be worked on more. But the tentative deadline is November 28th. So yeah, that's the plan going forward. That's what we're gonna do. I apologize to anybody actually watching if this is a completely boring video. This is just me talking out loud and documenting this. Hopefully things will get a little bit more interesting coming up as we start to bring stuff together. I'm gonna take a break from some code as I get back into production and try to design some environments. Last night I spent some time in VR doing some sculpting just to kind of like rough out some ideas for a map, and actually that was really fun. I'll show some footage of that. And yeah, it's time to get back into production. So with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.